Hey everybody, what is going on? I'm finally back for a new video. And as per usual, I do have to apologize. It's taken so long. This time I have a pretty legitimate excuse. So back on Black Friday weekend, I guess your Thanksgiving, my daughter got sick on the Thursday and my wife caught it on the Friday, and I lasted through the weekend until about Sunday when I got hit with it. And I ended up sleeping down here on the couch for like 10 days and missed a couple days of work. Probably should have missed more. I was real bad, but I was crazy busy and stuff, so I had to power through. Anyway, I'm finally starting to feel a little better now. I'm still trying to get it all out, but I am feeling a lot better finally. And I know I have some pickups that I've been sitting on for a while that I wanted to do sort of a video for you guys. It's a whole bunch of different t-shirts from some of the biggest horror t-shirt companies that you guys know. So I am going to put something like that together pretty soon when I have a moment. But in the meantime, every year, you guys know, I always do a little Christmas Vacation ornament video. I know it's not horror themed, but it's one of the only things I collect for my tree, and it's the Griswold family ornaments from Hallmark. So been collecting them since, I guess it was 2010 when I started. I started in year 2, but they did start in '09, and I do have '09 all the way up. It used to be just one ornament a year, and then it got to like 2, then 4, and then last year they had those 3 that were on the power cord that all spoke to each other and stuff. Really, really cool. I'll make sure I link those in this video too, so you can sort of see if you have any interest in Christmas Vacation or you like the movie or anything. I know it's not horror related, but I do this every year, like I said. And this year we had a major hiccup happen. So I'm going to tell you about that. So let's get into it. All right, so the major hiccup that happened was basically there were 6 different ornaments that were released this year for 2023. Yes, 6. It's a bit of a piss off because it's like, what are you guys doing? I was okay with only having to buy 1 or maybe 2, and then it's just more and more every year. And a lot of them are like duplicates too, or just like a newer version of something we've already had, which is kind of strange. But anyway, long story short, I ordered the ornaments, well, at least 5 of them anyway, from a place called the Ornament Factory. Now, I've ordered a few from them before in the past when I've sort of needed ones, just, because it was easy. The problem is the shipping is fairly expensive, so I don't like having to pay that if I don't have to and all, but it is nice to have a place to go where they actually keep some of these in stock and everything, and they do have old stock, whereas Hallmark will pretty much just have the current year, and when they're gone, they're gone. Anyway, what happened was I got these 5 in this box, and it happened pretty much right around the time or just after everybody got sick. So when I received the package, I just sort of kept it upstairs, and I didn't open it. I mean, it has everything labeled on it here that I ordered right on top. Well, actually, let's see here. It's Clark Griswold, National Lampoons Christmas Vacation. The one says that. So then it's Don't Try This at Home, Kids. The Moose Mug. Believe it or not, there is another Moose Mug. I think they've already released 2 in this series, so there was a 3rd. It's a mini, though, so it's slightly smaller. So they have a mini line now, but it's part of the set. So anyhow, then we have the Cousins RV. Shocking, that's the 3rd time we've seen the RV since the very first ornament. And we have the Cousins RV Funko Pop figure. And it's not a full-size Funko Pop, it's like a smaller one that's, for the tree, but it's like that. And it's Cousin Eddie, of course, in his robe with his little hat and everything, right? So pretty cool. The only other one I didn't get through them was this one right here, and it's called Lotta Lights. It's like a Christmas sweater that you just hang on the tree. It's on a little hanger. I don't know if anyone in the movie had this Hallelujah sweater. I certainly don't recall it. But it is one of the ornaments I actually got early on because at the Ornament Factory, I noticed they did not have this one in stock. And what I did was, locally, I placed an order with Hallmark, and we went through all the ornaments that were coming, and I had my name down for them. So when they came in, I could come by and pick them up. You know, it's cheaper for me to do that as well. But this was the only one that was in. So I grabbed this one. And actually, a bit of a funny story. So I had them all sort of on hold for when they arrived. I was going to get a call. So I get a call that this one was in. And I thought, oh, perfect, because I know this is the only one I couldn't get online at the Ornament Factory at the time. So I thought, okay. So I'll get that. And they said, okay, when are you coming to pick it up? And I said, well, can you hang on to it for when my other ones come in over the next month or so? And I'll just come and take them all at once. Like, is that okay? And oh, no, we can only hold them for a week. And then I said, and then the lady said, and what other ornaments? We don't have anything else on hold for you. And I'm like, huh? You don't have anything on hold for Matt? And like, I gave her all my info. Nope. And we'll only hold it for a week. Sorry. So I was like, okay. So it wasn't the greatest experience there. And I thought, well, that's really weird because I know they were on hold. Strange. So I thought, you know what? I'll pick this one up. And this was, I don't know, probably July, I want to say. I'll pick this one up. And because they didn't take my order or keep any records on it or anything, I thought, okay, well, I'll order from the Ornament Factory. I've ordered from them twice before. They work, and I'll have to pay the shipping. Small price to pay. At least I'll know I have them all. And they had all 5 there that I could order. So I placed the order, and of course, everything would ship once they all come in. Perfect. So I thought, all right, we'll do that. So meanwhile, I don't know, probably, let's say 3 weeks later, I get a call from Hallmark. Oh, your 2 of your other ornaments are in, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they said, yeah, you have them on hold. And I said, no. When I went to pick this up, the lady was very specific and told me there was nothing on hold for me. There's nothing else coming, and acted like I hadn't even placed an order. Sorry, there goes my furnace again. It is still winter. Mind you, it is still very mild, and we hardly have any snow, which is crazy for Edmonton. But yeah, sorry about my furnace keeps cutting in there. Anyhow, I thought that was really weird, and I said, okay, well, I would get them, but I don't need them now because I was told by this lady that, and she said, well, that was me. And I thought, okay, well, why would you say that? Obviously, she didn't look into it enough to know that I did have these ones actually on hold. So I said, well, I'm really sorry. I placed an order and I don't need them anymore, and yada yada. And they said, okay, well, no problem. And that was the end of it. So then, probably about a week before my 5 ornament order arrived, I got another call from Hallmark saying the other ones had come in. And I'm like, you guys, I talked to you before. You said you didn't have anything on hold, so I obviously canceled that. And I had to source them elsewhere. So it was really annoying, the way it was handled. And I thought the first lady I talked to was quite rude about it all, too. Like the one that was telling me about this one being in. I was really put off by that, right? So I was like, whatever. So I ordered them from here. So back to when I received this package that has all the info on top, like I said, I finally went to open it up about a week and a half ago, and I was going to do a video for you guys like I always do. So I open it up, and I get my invoice, Ornament Factory, and I look at it. It's all good. It's got everyone I ordered on it. And I open this little bag, because it's in a bag like this. And it has some packing peanuts and stuff in there too, and all this 2023 all over. I'm like, cool. All looks legit, and there's, looks good. So I pull out the first one, and it says, what was it? It was like, I don't know if it was a nutcracker or something like that. And I thought, oh, they threw in another one. Is that ever cool? I was like, those guys are awesome. They didn't have to do that. They gave me an extra ornament. And then I look in the box again, and I start counting. And I go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There isn't 6 in here. Uh-oh. So I'm like, don't tell me they sent the wrong, I'm going to be missing an ornament now. Pull out the next one, some kind of snowflake. Pull out the next one, Scooby-Doo. All 5 of these ornaments are not what I ordered at all. It's somebody else's order, even though it has everything here, my information, what I ordered, what I paid. Whoever was packing these had some kind of a brain fart and put in 5 ornaments that belong to someone else. So immediately I was like, oh God, no, that's going to screw up my video that I do every year, and we're not going to have these ornaments in time to put on the tree, likely. And then I noticed they said on their website, oh, well, you have to let us know within 3 days of receiving if there's an issue. And I thought, holy shit. Like, it's been sitting up there for over a week, but we've all been sick. Like, I wasn't going to tear it open and try to get into this. And it said right on top of it what was inside. How would I ever think, you know, the right stuff wasn't in there, right? Like, this is totally out of my hands. So I thought, okay, am I going to be dealing with issues or what? So I sent, well, at first I tried calling, and I guess they were closed already, and it's really hard for me to call during work. Work is nuts, and they pretty much, their hours are basically when my hours are. So I would have to call during work. I have not had time. It is apeshit busy at work. So what I did was I sent them an email. That was the other option, and explained everything, you know, was hoping they can fix this somehow or whatever. If they need me to send these back, somebody's probably waiting for these, you know, I understand. But it is pretty expensive shipping as well, right? Like here I'm in Canada, and this is a U.S. Store. I think it's, where is it located here? I think it's Ohio. Yeah, Kent, Ohio. So not exactly close. But anyway, I sent them an email, and I got one of those automated responses back that says, we got your email. We try to get back to everybody within 24 to 72 hours. So, okay, don't freak out, just wait. So I get to 71 and a half hours, and they're officially closed for the day. And I sent another email going, guys, I haven't heard anything back. And somebody just let me know what's happening. Like, you know, I was pretty concerned here because I'm thinking, what's going to happen? Am I going to miss out on all these or what, right? So, kind of a bummer. I sent another email, right? And I went through the weekend and another couple of days and nothing again. So nothing happened again by this Monday. I sent them a third email. Wasn't quite as friendly this time. A little annoyed. So anyhow, I sent the email on Monday and I changed the title, like, you know, third attempt, please respond. And I guess somebody finally saw it. So early Wednesday morning, that was this morning, I got a response back from them finally saying, so sorry about the mix-up, you know, we'll get your order together and get it out to you as soon as possible. I don't know if we can expedite it. We'll do what we can. And, you know, let us know if you need anything else, blah, 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 right? Didn't say anything about even returning these ones, but I have no problem doing that. I'll obviously return them. They're somebody's, and it's not like I'm going to get all these for free, because I'm sure they're worth a bundle as well. But anyway, that is the scoop. So apparently these other 5 are going to show up at some point. I don't know if they're going to make it before Christmas or not, guys. I will show you if I do get them, but after this long-ass story, I just have to tell you that this is the only one that I can show you now, unfortunately. And I don't know if I'm going to have the other ones before Christmas because of this goofy screw-up. And Hallmark themselves really sucking locally, so kind of a bummer. Anyway, that is the big holdup on why I haven't been able to put out this video. So I'll show you this real quick anyway. And what I'll do is I'll link last year's video as well as the summary one. I think I did that last year. Like a couple years ago, I did a, you know, I laid them all out on the table so you could see what everyone does and everything. And then I would just show you the current year and then just put a link underneath for the other stuff if you guys want to see it or not. So I will do that. I'll just put a link to the past ones I've done so you can sort of see them all if you're interested. But in the meantime, I'm just going to show you this one today. So let's take a look at a Lotta Lights. Okay, just get it out of the paper here. It was nicely wrapped up. They actually put a little cardboard collar around the top of it like that. So that's kind of cool. Very neat looking. It's thick. It's got this texture to it. Definitely sounds plastic. It's quite light, so it's fairly, you know, hollow. It has 3 batteries that go in the back here that I've already put in. And, you know, you got the little squirrel on the back of the sweater there. Squirrel! And, of course, all these lights around here. Hallelujah. Neat little coat hanger. I'm going to have to be really careful with that. It looks pretty fragile. So, or sorry, fragile. It's Italian. Anyway, I wanted to just put a hook on here, I think, and I'll hang it on my tree because I don't want to put it right on here. I'm a little worried about stressing that tiny little hanger out. So anyway, here is a listen to what it sounds like. Oh wow, it's pretty long actually. Oh, and then it fades. Okay. And I think that's all it does. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's the only one it does. Still really cool. It has 2003 on the bottom as well, with a, you know, a little tracking serial number and stuff as well. But nice little ornament, very cool. The Hallelujah theme has shown up on a few of the past ornaments. You'll see if you look in the link to the other videos. I think the first time we heard it was in 2010, the little house that's got Clark on the front, you know, good, and he lights it up. The whole house lights up. It's a pretty cool ornament. That was the first one I got actually in 2010 because I didn't even know they existed. We just wandered into the store and I was like, oh my God, that's the Christmas Vacation house. So I'm like, I have to get this. This is ever cool. So, and I went up to the till and they're like, oh, isn't it great? Yeah, did you get last year's? And I'm like, what? And he said, oh yeah, last year they had Cousin Eddie's RV. And I was like, oh my God, I have to have that. That's crazy. The RV? You know, I was freaking out. And I remember trying to source it back then. This was probably September or maybe October of 2010. Anyway, I remember trying to source one somewhere because, of course, they couldn't get one. Oh, yeah, they're long gone. So I looked everywhere. I looked on Amazon, eBay, all over the place. And some of them were going for pretty good money already. Like, I remember one was like $120. And I was like, what the like, every time people were selling them for around 100 or a little bit more. And I'm like, that's ridiculous, man. They were 25 bucks brand new. So I ended up finding a person that was charging, I think it was $83, which I was pissed I had to pay that to get it. Because I was like, we had decided, you know, we're going to collect these every year. It's our favorite Christmas movie, of course. And we were going to collect these every single year. And we don't collect other stuff. And Hallmark has all sorts of really cool stuff like that. But, you know, it gets expensive and it's just, no. So we just stuck to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, right? Simple. And then they released 6 by 2023. Anyhow, whatever. My point is, we were collecting since then, and I think I paid, yeah, $83 for that first one. But now, believe it or not, that first ornament from 2009 is going for over 500 US, pretty much anywhere you're lucky enough to find it. Actually, at the Ornament Factory, where I got these from, they do have a few of them in stock, and I think that's about what they're priced at. They're a little over $500 because of how rare they are. And, of course, they have a lot of the movie quotes on them, and they have a ton. Like, Eddie's got a lot of lines on there. It's a really cool one. And it is on my tree. I'm always scared to death about how high my wife puts it on the tree. I'm like, don't put it so high. If it falls, it could break. And then don't put it too low because I don't want the animals screwing with it, right? But anyway, yeah, some of these ornaments are worth quite a bit of money. Obviously, the first one is worth the most, but there are others that are cracking $100 for sure. So that's another concern why I didn't want to leave it and have to worry about completing the collection, you know, next year or something when the prices are higher or they're harder to find. So anyway, the good news is the Ornament Factory made good on it, and they have already shipped one out. They sent me an email saying the package is coming. So good on them. That's very cool that they were able to do that for me. So definitely check out the Ornament Factory. I mean, they're human. You know, they make mistakes. We all do sometimes. So it's a bummer that it got, you know, mixed up in the box. But they did the right thing. I guess they've been dealing with sickness and stuff in their household as well, because I think it's just a small family business that they run. But unfortunately, yeah, a little bit of a mix-up. But they are making it right. I'd show you these ornaments, but I don't want to open them up. Like, I mean, I could show you the outside of the box and everything. I do have a picture of what I got. I can show you that. So you can sort of see here when I laid them out on my table, just these 5 different ornaments that are here. And they're, of course, not the right ones. But I haven't opened the boxes, and I'm not going to. I know these are collectible items, and I'm trying to leave them as mint condition as possible when I return them. So, yeah, I'm sure somebody is missing them, or hopefully they've fixed that issue as well. Well, like I said, I am getting these other 5, and hopefully they make it in before Christmas, and I will be happy to show them to you. I'll show them to you either way, of course, but hopefully they'll be in before the big day, and we get a look at these other 5, because apparently kind of neat, like always. But this is pretty much normally my one and only Christmas-themed video that I do on my horror channel. My first love, my true love. But that is why I haven't been able to put something together earlier. I was waiting to hear back from them so I could tell you what the response is. I didn't want to just come on here and say, they're not getting back to me. Because I'm sure they're busy, you know, we all are this time of year and stuff. So unfortunately, that's the way it went down. So yeah, that is the one and only ornament I have so far this year. So I will leave it at that, I guess, and I will work on a new video for you guys as soon as I am able to. I'm hoping this weekend I can get something shot, because I have a big stack of all my t-shirts that have come in. There's been multiple Fright Rags deliveries. I mean, I have 3 separate orders that have arrived in the last month or so that I'm going to do in one batch. I have Gutter Garbs. We have a couple from Cavity Colors. Got a couple from Terror Threads. So some really big names for the t-shirts and some really cool stuff. So I am going to try to put that all in one video and just show you quickly what I was able to pick up. Some of the stuff is rather festive as well. So kind of exciting. But still absolutely horror themed, as always, because you know me. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, as always, you guys, and being patient and stuff. I'm really sorry I haven't been able to get anything out. Like I said, I've really been fighting this sickness for a while, and finally starting to feel better. The whole house is finally doing better. Man, sucks being sick. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will get back to you with a video ASAP on some really cool pickups. You guys take care, and we'll see you again.